Welcome into a brand new OSU Roundup midweek update. I'm Jessica Morey. In football, injuries are an unfortunate part of the game, and one Oklahoma State Cowboy has had to deal with more than his fair share. But he continues to overcome each and every one, and he does it with a smile on his face.
I wanted to just give it all up, but I realized I was here for a reason, and God don't put me through situations that I can't handle.
Life hasn't been easy for Oklahoma State linebacker Kevin Henry.
I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. In Baton Rouge, there's a lot of things that's going on, a lot of violence, a lot of drugs around, and the environment isn't the best. It wasn't the best neighborhood, but it made me stronger, made me who I am today.
That positive attitude has helped Kevin through some tough times. He redshirted in 2015, played in all 13 games in 2016, but then ended up missing every game but one in 2017.
My redshirt sophomore year, I played the first game, had an incredible game, then tore my ACL that second week, and it was kind of rough because I felt like that was the year I was going to take off and the team was going to take off, and it was a setback that it really hit me.
It took Kevin a while to get back to 100%, but when he did, it was short-lived. He would battle a groin injury the majority of the 2018 season, only seeing limited action in 10 games. But he did start in the Liberty Bowl against Missouri. Then, this year, 2 weeks into fall camp of his senior season, Kevin was hit with yet another injury, this time a concussion.
I guess it was the right hit that got me, and I was like, wow, like, really? Because it's something that I do every day, like tackle. And the fact that I got a concussion from it and it set me back, I was like, I can't win. I keep overcoming all these things. When am I ever gonna just get a break? But I guess everything that happened for a reason, and it just makes me stronger.
Kevin did get a much-deserved break in October when he found out that the NCAA had granted him a 6th year of eligibility.
I called everyone. I let everyone know I got my 6th year because, I mean, football doesn't last forever, so you want to take advantage of every year you can get. 6 years is a long time, and the fact that just 2 years ago I wanted to give it all up because of one injury is a blessing.
Growing up, Kevin never thought he'd be in this position.
I'm one of the first to get a degree in my family, and it's an amazing feeling to know the support that I have from back home. And every time I put on my jersey and I see my last name on it, I just give me an extra boost to know that my people watching me and they depended on me for the support.
Despite everything he's had to overcome, Kevin continues to be a positive force for Cowboy football.
It's very emotional for me to be this positive because everyone don't have the opportunity that I'm granted, and it's just a blessing. And I just wake up every day and just remind myself everyone don't have the opportunity that I have, so I got to take advantage of it and be positive and try to uplift everyone that's around me.
He's just a warrior, you know. He never gets down on himself. It's so tough for him, you know, having that season and the injury a couple years ago. You know, he was in such a dark place, but you know, a lot of people would give up on themselves, but you know, he got out of that slump and he never gave up on himself. And you know, last year he worked back into the rotation and you know, started a bowl game, and you know, to come back from that, that's such a nice thing to see. For somebody who never gives up. You know, he works hard and he really loves the sport, and he's kind of like the energy of the locker room, so everybody likes his presence.
Especially his head coach.
Well, Kevin Henry is terrific for your team. He loves football, and he's a good guy to have on the team. His glass is always full. He's got a beautiful smile in his personality, and he's awesome to have because he's an upper. And he loves to play football, and he loves to be an Oklahoma State Cowboy.
Kevin received his degree in university studies, and he says he wants to work with less fortunate children when he's done with football.
Whoa, that's crisp.
Crisp taste, brewed with no corn syrup. Bud Light. Guys,
Hey, what time's your flight?
I've got an hour until I'm supposed to board.
All right, we have things to do. Is there any cancellations? I thought she was your best friend.
Yeah, she was. So they attached a dog's head on the man's body.
Where's your backpack? Mom. You know what? I think I'm gonna sew your backpack to your back. What do you think?
The Oklahoma State cross-country teams competed in the Big 12 championships this past weekend, and they fared pretty well. The 29th ranked Cowgirls finished in the top spot, winning the Big 12 team title for just the second time in program history.
It was super special. So coming to OSU, that was, that's always a goal. You want to come be a part of something bigger than yourself and achieve big things. So yeah, that's been our goal since last year. We really thought we had a good chance going into this season to accomplish that and to finally see all of our hard work and our beliefs in ourselves be validated, and just be able to share that experience together was really special.
On the men's side, the 27th ranked Cowboys finished as runners-up for the second year in a row.
It was pretty exciting. I mean, I was third as individual, and then my teammate Isai was second as individual, so I had pretty high hopes that it was going to be a tight race with the teams. With Iowa State, they were the ones who won it, so I think just everyone performing pretty well, and we had an unexpected mishap with a guy dropping out, which kind of put a dent in our chances, but I still think we went for it, and I think everyone did well. And I think once we get to the home course where we're running 2K longer, it's a 10K this time around, and we've done multiple practices on that course, so I think if we can replicate at least second place and hopefully better, we're in a good spot going into the Nationals.
The postseason continues for the Pokes. Oklahoma State will host the NCAA Midwest Regionals on November 15th. It will be the debut meet of the newly renovated OSU cross-country course.
It's our first meet we've hosted in 2 years, so it's weird. We typically have the Jamboree, and we're used to having people here and hosting. So to finally be able to bring people back to Stillwater and show off this new, fancy, beautiful course that we have. We've been doing a lot of work out there and learning the course front and back. We could run it with our eyes closed, and we're just excited to welcome the competition and show everyone what we've been working for this year.
To bring it back to our home course where we've practiced, and it's a brand new course. It's gorgeous out there, so I think it's just something special to be able to put our name on something and then really go for it at the home course.
To be running on our home course, which I think is probably one of the best cross-country courses in the world, if not the best, and for sure one of the most challenging courses in the NCAA. I think understanding how the course runs, being familiar with it, being comfortable with all the hills and all the climbing you have to do on our course is a real advantage, at least psychologically, and I think that sets us up really well for this regional championship.
You're going to want to come out and support OSU cross country on the 15th starting at 10 a.m. as both the men's and women's teams look to punch their tickets to the NCAA championships.
Both men and women's team are on the bubble, and the men have qualified, I think, 15 or 16 years in a row to the national championships, and something like 29 out of the last 30. And we don't want to end that streak. We want to keep going, but we're going to need some help. And I think having fans there, scattered throughout the course, encouraging guys. There's always a little lift when you run by somebody who knows you and can kind of cheer for you and let you know they care. Same with the women. We've had a pretty good string of qualifying for the national championships, and both teams are in a battle. So every little advantage we can get, we need. So we need people out there cheering, yelling, going crazy, encouraging the women and men on.
Admission to the NCAA Midwest Regional here in Stillwater is free, so come out on November 15th and support the Pokes. That's going to do it for this week's Midweek Update. I'm Jessica Maury. Thanks for watching the OSU Roundup.